Hello everyone, I'm Prowl and I'm here to show you a brand new add-on by Overworld Studios called Realistic Biomes. Now, my goal in this video is to help you make an educated buying decision on if you would like to purchase the Realistic Biomes add-on from the Minecraft marketplace, priced at 910 mine coin. I'll show you a lot of in-game footage that I've personally taken so you can just see it for yourself and show you all of the options the pack has, because it is fully customizable in a way that I have never seen a visual add-on of Bedrock Edition do before. You have tons of options to turn on or off the features you do or don't like, and even more settings to tweak the intensity of those features. Just so you don't get confused, this is not using shaders, as shaders have not yet come to Bedrock Edition. Although they are currently being tested in the Bedrock previews. It's called deferred rendering and looks absolutely amazing and worth you looking up. But Overworld has found a way around not having shaders to give the appearance of shaders existing in the game. Now, a few things that you need to know before we dive into the add-on itself. This add-on is only available in the marketplace and it can be used on any device you play on, although I suspect using it on lower end devices could cause some performance issues. So if you're on an older generation console, Nintendo Switch, a lower end mobile device, just be aware. But again, you can customize your experience, meaning you can turn off certain settings that could potentially improve your performance. And since this is an add-on, the nice thing is you can use it on any world, whether it's a brand new one that you just create or one that you've been playing for years. It doesn't matter. The features are all the same, regardless of what world you apply it to. Also, since this is an add-on, it does include both a behavior pack and a resource pack. And anytime something includes a behavior pack, it will disable achievements. One additional thing I wanted to make clear, the trailers that you see for this add-on do show player animations. Those player animations are not part of Realistic Biomes. They might be part of something Overworld is currently working on though, and could be coming out in the near future. So now with all those disclaimers out of the way, let me show you a little bit of footage of the add-on, then guide you through all of your settings. And finally, we will take a look at several biomes and different looks at the world. And I'll point out some of the features that are at play here. If you like this kind of content, then make sure you click the like button down below and subscribe to the channel. Mr. Enderman requires that you do so. All right, let's go ahead and get started in talking about some of the settings available here, because there's a lot of them. And I want to talk about the setting system in general and all of the individual settings. Also, I just want to give a shout out to Overworld. Thanks so much for the early copy of the add-on so I can make this review video for everybody. This video is not sponsored by Overworld. All of the thoughts and opinions and things I'm saying are 100% my own, but they did hook me up with this early access so I could get the video out to you guys. So wanted to make sure you knew. Now, let's jump into the settings here. I have never seen settings like this inside of the game of Minecraft before, to this level of detail. It is absolutely amazing. I really wish Mojang would update their possibility for menus. This is just what Mojang gives the creators the ability to make. It's not super fancy, but that's all that exists. But what is fancy is all of the different settings. First of all, speaking of settings, there is a specific setting in your video settings menu that you're going to want to change. You're going to want to turn render clouds off, so that way you have no clouds in the sky. And the reason you want to do that is because this add-on has custom clouds. We're going to go over those here in just a moment. There is this thing called preview mode, and preview mode does let you preview different things within the world, like different scenes. So for example, I can click on rain here and it will show me what the rain looks like. I can click on thunderstorm and it will make it thunderstorm. Now, it doesn't look super dark right now because I don't have clouds turned on. We're going to fix that here in just a moment, but I wanted to let you know that that was a possibility. You can even do cool stuff like change it to nighttime, turn the rain off, and then look at really cool meteor showers by having meteors turned on. They look so awesome. The night sky looks amazing too. A lot of ambience in the world. I absolutely love it. Now back to the settings. This is where everything starts to get absolutely insane. So I'm going to walk you through each one of these categories. We won't flip every single switch that can be flipped because there's way too many of them, but I'll talk broadly about some and show you specifics of others that really caught my interest and eye. these things that are in here, I think will be one of the biggest things that makes you decide to or not to buy this particular add-on. Now we're gonna go to Sky and we're gonna turn on those fancy clouds because we want to see them. Now, there's a lot of different options, everything from fancy, which is kind of like your current Minecraft clouds, to you could do just full solid clouds. You can do like really cool high definition clouds. Give it a moment, they will generate in. It takes the game a second to generate them and make them. There they go. They're starting to come in. They do get a little bit thicker once they fully render in. Looks really awesome. Or maybe you don't like those. You just like the regular Minecraft clouds, but you want them to look a little bit fancier. You can go with the shaded clouds, which look really awesome as well. You also have the ability to change the appearance of the sun and the moon. You can leave it a square, which is default. You can make it a circle, or you can make it a rounded square. So a little bit of a mix of both. Looks really awesome. It does the same thing to the moon, by the way. Now, there's some other cool settings in here too. Maybe you don't want to have any kind of lens flare when it comes to the sun rays and stuff, so you can turn that off and it'll get rid of that effect if you happen to find it annoying. You can turn off the light rays too if you don't think the light rays look good. You can really customize all of these different things. You can turn off the bloom, which is kind of the glare off of the sun itself. So adjust these things to give yourself the viewing experience that you like. I kind of like them all on personally, but it's just one of those things that's totally up to you. Now you can go over to effects, and there's going to be a few settings in here which are amazing. I'm going to point out to you first thing, the one that I absolutely love the most, and I think is the best setting that I've seen in any of these packs for me. So one of the things that you'll always notice is that when you have these types of packs, shaders, that sort of thing, they always make it so you can't see really far. Now, from an immersive experience, when you're not like flying way up in the sky and you're just kind of moving across your world, it's kind of cool. I like it. But you can change it as well. You can go into effects and you can change it from immersive to render distance. It still kind of gives you that effect, but it sets it much further out, which is kind of cool. Or if you're like me, sometimes I just want to see stuff really far out in my world because I'm looking for something. That's cool. Go in and turn the fog rendering mode off, and you will get rid of all of that fog and get your full render distance back. I can't tell you, I absolutely love this like type of setting. So when I'm doing more technical things, because I'm more of a technical player, I may have it turned off. But when I'm just like playing in my world, building, exploring, and that sort of thing, like I may turn it all the way up because it looks really cool to kind of have that obscured view close up. Now there's a ton of other settings in here too. If you don't like the particles a lot, you can reduce them or turn them off. And there's a whole bunch of flip switches here for a lot of different things. I want to show you a couple of them that I have noticed here really quickly that I think are really cool. Number one are the falling leaves. I love this. Maybe it's not realistic in real life for leaves to be falling from the trees all the time, especially when we're like green leaves. It feels like it's summer or springtime or something. But I love the ambient effect that you get from it. It looks so awesome. Another thing you're gonna notice, we have like birds tweeting in the background. The world feels a lot less like stagnant, stale, and dead, and just feels more alive. Little stuff like this to me really makes the game feel more interesting, even though it's not actually doing much in the game. Seeing the leaves fall, hearing the birds tweet are a couple things that are just really neat to me. But there's a couple other settings here I want to show you, and they're going to make me take you to the desert. So a couple cool things you're going to see in the effects that I really liked and appreciated a lot was the desert beetles. And this actually isn't even a setting in here. I guess it's just part of the pack more generically. But is these guys, the little tumbleweeds. Something so little as this, just again, even just makes the desert itself seem interesting and alive. You have the sand particles floating in the air. You have little gusts of wind that are moving. All these little things are really cool. Here's the desert beetles. Just a little bit of ambience like this goes a long way. There's another one I want to show you here too. I'm going to do time set, not midnight. I'm going to set the game to midnight and take a look. We have dynamic lighting with our torch, meaning we can carry a torch around, especially like down in a cave or somewhere where it's actually like extra dark. Let me see if I can find one really quick. When we're in the cave here, caves are normally pretty dark. It's a little hard to see, but that's no problem. Just pull out your torch and you get some dynamic lighting to see around you. This is super duper awesome. I love this. Eventually, when we get offhand on Bedrock Edition, having something like this is going to be incredibly helpful for just moving around in the dark and not wanting to spam a million torches around as you go around. Okay, moving on, we do have some other settings here under weather. Now in weather, you just have some custom weather events that can occur, right? You can do custom rain or just regular rain. So let me do weather rain really quick and just make it rain outside. Now, if I just let it do this, this is just your normal everyday rain. But if I go to if I go to weather, when we turn on that custom rain, we get a much better, more, I guess, realistic looking rain. We also have our vision obscured even more. And I love the cool rain sound effects. They are so cool. Here, let me turn weather rain back off. There we go. Here's the rain just by default in the world without the custom rain settings. It feels a lot more like normal Minecraft. Here is that custom rain experience again. I really like this. It really sets a cool mood. But you may have noticed there was more in here. There was snow and even blizzards. Oh, and there's thunderstorms as well. Actually, I don't even think I've checked that one out yet. Let me do a thunderstorm and let's see what a custom thunderstorm looks like. And here is your thunderstorm. Now, hopefully we can get lucky and see a lightning strike occur. But you see, like, it feels like it's downpouring more in the thunderstorm. The rain's a little thicker. When you look up, it looks like just waves of rain are falling in your face. Your vision is, I don't know if it's obscured the same amount or maybe a little bit more, but the effect is kind of crazy. And I'm going to hang out here for a minute and see if we can see some thunder, because I have not seen this. I do not know what it looks like. Now, I do have a couple of notes when it comes to these custom weather events. They can change some basic game mechanics. For example, when you take a trident and you throw it in a thunderstorm in normal Minecraft, you would get a strike of thunder. We're not getting that here. So I think like thunder will still naturally generate. Oh, hello. But you cannot just summon thunder like you normally can. Maybe that's something I'll bring up to them that maybe they can add in. I don't know if they can or not. But the thunderstorm obviously looks a little bit different, looks kind of cool. Let me show you a couple other ones. I think these weather effects are some of the coolest parts of the add-on. We're going to go to a snowy biome. All right, I am in a snowy taiga biome. I guess we don't need this anymore. Just your normal run-of-the-mill Minecraft snow. But if you would like custom weather, let me change this to the custom snow. Give it a moment to reset. And here we have the custom snow. It's light, so you can still see really well, but you get some little gusts of wind and the skybox gets a little darker. It looks kind of cool. Now, if I go in and turn off the custom snow, and turn on the custom blizzard conditions, now when it snows, we get a full-on blizzard with the snow moving in one direction as though it's being blown by the wind really hard. We get some custom wind gust looking effects that look really awesome. So if you like those, turn them all on, leave them all off. It's up to you. I think they're kind of cool. I am going to personally leave those on. Now that we're in a desert, I want to show you these. Now, it's been a little fun for me to figure out how to trigger these exactly, but I'm learning. So if you turn on sand wind, whenever you're in the desert, you get this kind of like windy effect when it rains. So weather rain, if I just make it rain in game, since it doesn't actually rain in the desert, this is a way to add a weather event into the desert. So if you see this, you know, the game thinks that it's raining. Now, if I also turn on Sandstorm, it doesn't do anything here, but if I do weather and then thunderstorm, then we make this thing a full-blown, kind of scary and wild sandstorm. You see the tumbleweed, was it moving faster? I can't tell if it's moving faster or not, but my vision is definitely more obscured than it was before. The wind and particles feel like they're moving a lot faster. Like, this is really wild and cool. Okay, so the next things here I want to show you, again, I'm not going to go super into detail on these, but is color grading. So right now we have the default Minecraft color grading to the world, but you may have like a different type of color that you like. We just changed it to be warm there. We can make it more autumn looking. It just kind of like gives you a little bit different look at the world by changing the color grading to different preset options. There's film. I haven't even looked at all these myself yet. Tropic. So basically, maybe you just like it to be normal. Oh, that's spooky. That's actually kind of cool. Could be cool or fun for different things. I don't know. Totally up to you. I'm just going to leave it off for now for myself while I make the video here. But I could definitely see some situations where I would maybe want to use different ones, or maybe you just prefer a certain look over another. That is there for you. And the last thing is just a general audio setting where you can turn the ambience volume of like the birds and stuff up or down. It just gives you extra volume slider, which is really nice. It's not only on and off. Being able to have some of the effects around the world be louder or quieter is really, really nice to just have a little bit of extra control. And now that I've showed you guys all the features, I just wanted to take a look at a few of the different biomes and things going on. Also take a look at the Nether and the End, because I've not been to those, and maybe even go inside of a couple basic structures just to kind of take a look and see what things generally look like. I'm not going to spend a ton of time in any of them, but I thought it'd be kind of cool to just go through and take a look. Here we are in the Badlands, a beautiful view of the sky with the meteors flying through and the little particles coming in. Up, and then I left the Badlands. Let me go back in. And nighttime here in the Badlands is looking absolutely beautiful. A little bit of glare, lens glare off of that moon looks really awesome. Also, I don't know if I just felt like I saw that. I felt like I see like a little bit of like a reddish like tint here that is like the fact that we're in the Badlands biome and the sand is red. It's actually giving you a little bit of, yeah, it is. It's actually giving you a little bit of a red tint. That's kind of cool. Here we are in the cherry blossom biome, which has a village that spawned inside of it. I did not know that that could happen in this biome. That's kind of cool. Here's the fog with the render distance turned up. That way I can see further. Versus the more immersive recommendation where I cannot see as far. It really makes you more focused on the things that are directly around you. And here we are in the Nether. Oh, those like rays that come up from above look kind of cool. I don't know how like realistic it necessarily. It's not like there's like a bunch of light up there outside of the glowstone maybe, but the glowstone could be technically causing that. Man, that looks really cool. Let's see what inside of a bastion looks like. It looks like the inside of a bastion. Now inside of the Crimson Forest. Oh man, this is just evil looking. Oh, this is so cool. I love this. It like really makes you feel like you're inside the Crimson Forest. And in here, let's go over to the Warped Forest. Now imagine we're gonna get the reverse of, oh wow. That is just like, that's magical. Oh, look at the little glowing particles. Look how brightly they glow. That looks incredibly cool. Here is the Basalt Delta. Like it looks so like even more volcanic and ashy. The atmosphere is just absolutely insane. And here we are in the Soul Sand Valley. Oh, this looks real. Oh, wow. Did you see that? That actually kind of startled me a little bit. That was kind of spooky. Very spooky atmosphere in the Soul Sand Valley. I love it. And then here we are in the End, dragon and all. This looks absolutely nuts. And here we are at an end city, and man, the atmosphere is absolutely like top notch and amazing here. I absolutely love it. Now I was messing with something really quick. So this is something that you're gonna have to take into consideration. But if I change this from fog rendering mode to render distance, it does do this kind of wild like brightening up, I guess. And then if you change this to off completely, it makes it incredibly bright. And from what I could tell, I cannot figure out a way to get rid of this. So this is definitely like feedback that I'm going to give them. This would make traveling the end to end rate a little hard. If you're doing it specifically like high render distance, let me look for, oh man, let me look for in cities in the distance. It does kind of hurt a little bit to do that, but for their intended effect here, by turning on the immersive fog rendering, it looks absolutely amazing. I do like it quite a bit. And I was just talking to the head of Overworld Studios. He's already confirmed that this was not something he thought about, and they're going to have it fixed in the next update, which actually leads me to a very important part about playing an add-on from the marketplace like this, which is good studios like Overworld, and there's plenty of other good studios as well. They actually continually update their packs, not just to fix bugs, but even to add new features. And Overworld has assured me that not only are they going to always work on fixing any kind of bugs or maybe visual things that they didn't think about or whatever, but they also do plan on continuing to update this pack for an incredibly long time. Maybe forever, I don't know. Forever's a pretty long time as well. But they are going to continue to support this pack into the future, adding new, cool, amazing features that maybe aren't even possible in Bedrock Edition right now to it, and to add other features that it seems like players may want to use. They do this currently with their World Builder add-on, which I use quite a bit, and they fully intend on doing it here. And as far as the Realistic Biomes add-on is concerned, that's about all that I have. There is this little handbook if you want a little bit of information about it. I didn't really explore it a lot here, but it's there for you if you need it. Hopefully you found this video informative. If you did, leave me a like down below and subscribe to the channel for more great content like this. When you guys like the video and subscribe because of it, it makes me feel like it's worth doing these. So if you like it, do that. Thanks again to Overworld for letting me get early access to the add-on so I could review it. My final review of it, I think is really good, especially for what I know about Bedrock add-on technology right now. It's actually far above anything else I've personally used. Do I think it's worth the 910 mine coins? Where I just like playing Minecraft in a non-guide based setting like I do, I would probably buy this add-on because it's really cool. It adds just the right amount of ambience to the world. It lets me take out maybe the couple of things that I would not like to use, and it looks really good. You won't see me using it in the Bedrock guide, for example, because that's meant to be a pretty vanilla based series, and that's really the only place that I play any Minecraft nowadays. But you know what? I'll probably get this for the kiddos because they'll like it a lot. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.